So you can think in your mind, if I let another kid here, I'm going to have to change the way I am so that your kid could be comfortable around me. No, I'm going to be naked as fuck in front of your kids. My son comes up and grabs my penis. I let him grab my penis. I had sex with his mom. I'm making love to his mother. After I'm done, I'm laying there chilling. He grabbed my penis. And he's playing with my penis. I let that happen.
You can't even look at me straight. Okay, so welcome back everybody to the PauseCast, the number one fucking podcast in the world. Keep that mic away from you, bro. I'm doing the fucking intro. As you can see, tensions are high on the podcast. Get your fucking hands off.
Get your fucking hands.
As you can see, tensions are pretty high off the podcast on the podcast tonight.
Manu's off that drink.
I'm off that drink. I'm too hyped up. Listeners of
Got
the pod.
that Henny slapping him in the face. Like
wait,
my
what?
dick.
Damn.
Pause.
Bro. Let's we should start over. We'll keep going. This will be our
Listen,
episode.
this is the shit. This is the shit, motherfuckers.
Bro,
this
what
is
the fuck?
this is the
What
shit,
the
motherfuckers. Manu's got a sore throat because he sucked 10 dicks in a row last night. So he's gonna take a break this episode, and I'm gonna talk about some shit. Real talk, motherfuckers.
Give me that mic back.
Yo.
I'm gonna fight you like Ali.
I knew you was gonna say some dumb retarded shit like that. Bro, sore throats are not a joke, bro.
Can I do my intro?
You should cure
Can I
yourself.
do my intro?
I don't know, can you? I mean, I already hear you like, can I do my intro? That's how you be talking right now.
Then I'll shut up. So, as you can see, tensions are high.
Trying to cover my face up with the mic. That's nice, motherfucker.
That wasn't purposeful disrespect, just accidental disrespect. I'll take that. I'm a man. I can accept when I make mistakes. So
Bro, you ain't a man. You ain't a pink shirt.
anyway, as you can see, I got a clean fade. Next episode, I'm gonna have my do-rag on because I'll be doing waves.
You didn't even do a fade. You should have done a fade at this point.
I guess I could have.
Next
But I'm
time.
telling you, I'll try to do waves at this point.
Waves?
Waves.
The fuck is
That's why you get a do-rag to, keep your waves in check while you're making it.
Next time
Bruh.
you should do a fade.
Okay. Anyway, so Luke claims that the only reason why the very few people that listen to the podcast is because of him. Therefore, I'm gonna challenge this, and I'm gonna let him do the talking for this one. I'll interject only if I really need to interject, if I feel like I have to say anything.
Don't.
In any case, to torture Luke a little further, I'm going to do my little intro, the best part of the show. My name's Emanuele, Red Ferrari Tassinari, Cracker Poppy, Ginger Iverson, the albino mamba, Apollo Weed, King of the Andals, Father of Dragons, and Lord of the Seven Hoods. You know who it is. This is my bitch-ass co-host.
I want to ask you something. Father of which dragons?
Father of Dragons.
What
Various
dragons? Dragons don't exist in real life.
My street dragons, bro.
That doesn't mean anything.
Bro.
Homie, you finished it.
You asked me a question, I can't even answer you? I'm just saying, I'm a leader of various gangs, and all these gangs are called the Dragons. That's how you identify them.
Stop the cap. Cap.
You know what? Do your fucking bullshit. What do you don't even have topics to fucking talk about, bitch ass motherfucker.
Bro.
I'm gonna be heckling you the whole show. I'm just telling you. This is like doing an hour of comedy.
I thought you were supposed to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Damn, you really are a bitch, man. That's crazy. It's crazy that, like, growing up with Manu, it was, like, so humiliating for him. Because, like, I was, like, bro,
Can I really not say a fucking word? Can't I interject eventually?
Bro, I don't...
They can't even hear me.
I don't want your sore throat to get worse.
Yeah, whatever.
You know? Sucking dicks, apparently, for you, is a 24-hour mission. It's not your mission, it's your passion. So you should chill, so tomorrow you can get back to your regularly scheduled dick sucking.
Thank you. So you're doing it for me, really?
Yes. Pause. I don't do anything for you. Anyway, So as I was saying, growing up, a little history of how we grew up before Jack entered the picture. Since Jack is 6 years younger than me, I had 6 years in my life where it was just Manu and I, And I gotta tell you, like, little kids are pretty savage, but none was savager than I was with Manu. Because he was my older brother, no?
Bro, I beat the shit
He
out
was
of
my
him.
older... Bro, why you talking, homie? You ain't got nothing nobody wanna hear to say.
I just want to keep the record straight.
Bro, I thought you were supposed to shut the fuck up. You know
Okay,
what?
do your
You
thing,
know
do your
what?
thing,
You
do
know
your
what?
thing. I'm sorry,
You know
I'm
what?
sorry.
You know what? Talking goes against you because if you talk, if you keep fucking talking like the bitch ass motherfucker that you are, and
I prove
no,
your
no,
point.
no, and the episode fails anyway, you'll never know if you were right or not, if I can hold it on my own or not, because you would have been talking.
Okay, that's a good point.
So anyway, I hope this is the last fucking time I have to say this shit. So I was born and I had a 1 year older brother, this guy, and I instantly realized he was a weakling and he didn't have what it takes. So I immediately at 1 year old I thought I like whimsically wished that we were in Spartan times and they would have clearly recognized you were retarded and thrown you off that cliff, like in that movie, and but they didn't, and we weren't. So I understood my mission. My family had me for a specific reason. Their firstborn is retarded. They need a successful heir to the throne. So I had a mission, making sure Manu would commit suicide because I would torment him so much.
You failed.
So how do you say,
The succession would
the
be,
succession wouldn't be put in question because I would automatically jump to firstborn, and it's a slow plan, but it's still going on. And I remember there was two ways of approaching it, either verbal abuse or physical abuse towards Manu. And I chose both, but especially physical abuse. I remember we slept in the same room, so because our house wasn't that big at the time, so we had my bed here and Manu's bed here. And I remember in the middle of the night, I would like take one of those a little like towel and like soak it wet so it gets really hard, like twist it up and start beating on him like this, like right in the dick, like
my little baby dick.
and
I thought when you said the towel thing, I was convinced you were about to say you waterboarded me.
no, that was when we were like 3 or 4.
So this was when you were still in the crib.
Yes.
Okay.
This was me at about 8 months old, like leaving the baby crib, and I would do all, and then like as I grew older, I started like implementing, because when I was a baby, I didn't have the smarts to do like verbal, like psychological abuse, so I could only rely on my fists and like my violent nature. And that worked fine until about like 3 years old, but then I started like I watched a few like David Goggins videos, Jocko Willink, the mind is your strongest weapon. So I was like, okay, there's a better way to ass fuck this motherfucker, figuratively, metaphorically, and by that I mean mind fuck him. Pause. And so I started like planting cocaine in his school bag, so he'd get caught. I started like going around telling people he had talked shit about them, so he'd get beat up in school. This man, he doesn't want you to know, this man, 5 years of elementary school, we went to the same school. Not a day went by that I didn't see somebody either slapping him, stealing his lunchbox, stealing his lunch money, being a fucking unprofessional because he left the door fucking open so you can hear fucking traffic because he wants to smoke like a little bitch. When he started smoking, bro? 4 years old, bro. I got him addicted to it, bro. That and that Henny. Anyway. So, we grew up like that, and so when I was already of a young age, I understood what being a man was and what being a bitch was. And when Jack was born, so at when I was 6, I was ready to have a second in command, an NCO, if you will. And Jack, thankfully, is a real G, and he moves in silence like lasagna. And so we teamed up. I told him, I went to him when he was in the crib. I went, listen, I got a job for you. You don't accept it, I'll kill you in the crib right now. He was like game understands game. Like he was like, okay, this motherfucker's serious. So he was like, go gaga. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. So we teamed up, and since then, so that would be now 15 years later, we've been, no, 14 years later, but no, 15 counting this one. We've been tormenting Manu, and that's why, like, you see him, like, he's very effeminate, very, like, bitch-like, very not man-like, because we literally beaten the manhood out of him. Like, we've really turned... Pause. We've turned, like, I remember at his, like, 15th birthday, I, arranged... no means yes kind of situation, if you know what I mean, for him. I remember on, like, I think it was his either 16th or 17th birthday, he had invited a bunch of his friends, and I paid off all his friends to not show up to his birthday. And when he showed up, so it was at a pizzeria, at a restaurant, and when he showed up and he imagined all his friends to be there, he only found Jack and myself with baseball bats, and we chased him around the neighborhood trying to break his legs. And when we got him, we just stuck one of the bats up his ass. So he walked funny for about a week and a half after that. And then remember on your 18th birthday, I did the, like, most devilish, diabolical shit ever. So we decided to go to Scotland for his birthday, or like a little while after the birthday. But like as a celebration, because this motherfucker's got like Scottish heritage, which is already like fucking pathetic.
If I have it, you have it too.
Bro, this ain't the fucking You Got to Talk show. This is my show, motherfucker. Anyway.
It's your truth.
And, bro, don't ever fucking say that shit again. And, so we went to Scotland, and I remember Manu had a book he brought that he was really fond of, and I like left it on the plane on purpose and lied about it and said I wasn't on purpose. And then we went to Scotland. I remember we were in Edinburgh, and we were walking. We went to the big castle, the Edinburgh Castle. I'm sure like shit is flashing in front of you right now. And there were a bunch of like baddies, and I mean Scottish baddies, so they weren't that bad, but they were fine. And I remember like Manu was like trying to be cool, and I was like, nah, bro, not on my watch. And your pants, you remember that? And I can just remember Jack yelling, "Oh, biatch!" and everybody laughing, and even Mom had to admit you were a bitch, and yeah, that shit was crazy. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the MCU.
We wanted to interview Kevin Feige, but
Kevin Feige is my homie. Unfortunately, he couldn't come because he didn't want to see this motherfucker. Because he saw the Clint Eastwood interview and he saw how badly Clint was treated by this guy. So he said, if it's only you, I'll talk to you. I said, unfortunately, I can't snitch on my brother like that. I've already like tortured him enough. So he didn't come, but we had a nice talk on the phone. We said we'd meet on Epstein Island later this week.
Apparently, they're turning that into a resort. Did you know
that? I didn't know that, but I also like am not as surprised as that as I am surprised that you decided it was a good idea to speak when I clearly said you shouldn't. Remember, This was your idea, bro. You're 2 strikes. 3 strikes, you're out, meaning you'll never know if this episode when it will tank, if it was my fault or your fault. Maybe it'll tank because people are interested in actually what I have to say, and you keep talking, so people are like, I don't even want to watch this shit. So food for thought, bitch. That's some good mineral water. Bro, what the fuck? Stop laughing, bro. Don't laugh.
That fucking kawaii laugh.
Bro, I'm a fun guy.
I don't even know, like, I'm a fun guy.
Anyway, so MCU. Let's discuss, and by let's I mean myself and the viewers, not you, about the recent controversy. Apparently, allegedly, Jonathan Majors sexually assaulted someone, and he was King the Conqueror in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Loki, the TV show that I didn't watch. And he was supposed to be the next Thanos, next big bad of Phase 5 or Phase 6, whatever the fuck. Only now they're like changing the whole fucking schedule because they can't really have someone, they can't really associate themselves with someone that has sexually assaulted someone, which makes sense, although it does make you wonder, why did you not have the entrepreneurial vision in advance to see that putting all your money in one little piggy bank was a bad idea. If then that piggy bank breaks, what do you do? And so they're in kind of quite the situation, and pardon my French.
I see what you did there.
I wish you hadn't, so you wouldn't have spoke. You would have just been confused, well, what that joke is mustard? That's fire, bro. I don't get it, bro. Too retarded, bro. Bro, I forgot the time I dropped you when you were a baby.
Multiple times.
Because I went back in time,
Like Kane.
No, a year ago I went back in time to when you were a baby before I was born, and I fucked you in the ass. Pause, and I dropped you on your head a bunch of times, and I started playing juggling with you and letting you fall, but not because I was letting you fall. It was just I'm a really bad juggler, so you just inevitably you fell, and yeah, that shit was crazy. Anyway, I'm trying to talk about the fucking MCU here, motherfucker, and yeah, that's why. Quiet. Sit upright. Sit upright.
You're not sitting upright. You're in your fucking underwear, bro. Don't talk about professionalism.
Bro, we should start at 6 every time. We start at 6:30, motherfucker. You have no voice and nothing, bro. I do not abide. Like dude said. Anyway, so it's kind of problematic for the MCU because Phase 5 now is they had a whole plan. And, I question how much they plan in advance for these kind of things, because it is kind of ridiculous. A phase of 20 movies that'll take, I don't know, 3 to 4 years planning the story of the last fucking movie. It is kind of, hard to imagine that they're actually doing that. But, if they are, they're kind of, again, in a really shitty position now because they have to completely fucking rewrite everything. And it is, I guess, fine because most of the movies of Phase 5 that have been announced aren't even in production. They probably don't even have scripts. They're taking their time, rightfully so. So it's not that big of an issue. It's not like they have to change the villain in the movie that's been already shot or whatever. But it is problematic because you've kind of shown the lack of hindsight that you have because as a company, because you got this good actor that everybody likes. You make him a character that he acts very well in a movie. That wasn't great, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, but everybody recognizes he's the best part of it, and everybody's, I guess, excited for his future, and then this shit happens, which again, allegedly, I haven't followed the thing, so maybe it's not so much alleged anymore, but. and now you're kind of fucked because you have to change it completely. And also, let's be honest, the MCU's best days could be behind itself, because phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 are better individually, each one of them, than phase 4, which has been the COVID-19 phase, so the Disney Plus channel phase, and which hasn't had a lot of strong movies except maybe Spider-Man No Way Home, which is barely a MCU movie. It's basically a Sony movie, and Wakanda Forever, which is a Marvel movie but barely an MCU movie because it has nothing to do with anything except having Julia Dreyfus, which was in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, appear for like 2 scenes, be unfunny, and leave.
Yeah, possibly the worst part of the movie.
And
This is hard, bro.
it's harder for me to have to live with you, bro. That is good OJ. You know what I'm referencing, right? Don't answer. Just nod your head. You know what I'm referencing, right? Family Guy, motherfucker. Stewie. When he beats Brian to a pulp. Which is what I'm gonna do to you. If you keep fucking interrupting me, you fucking bitch. Jesus. Getting fucking fired up, bro. I'm gonna call a few guys, bro. We'll make it happen, bro. Pause. Anyway. Again, best days are behind themselves. You've lost all the great actors, RDJ, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, my boy. I'd say our boy, but you've snitched on him various times. And Mark Ruffalo. I mean, I guess he's still in MCU, but you know what I'm saying. You've wasted your Disney Channel TV shows because you've only made 2 of them, which are considered widely good. So, WandaVision, which was good, but the only thing it led to was a Doctor Strange movie. It wasn't that good. So you don't have Scarlet Witch anymore. You don't have the Vision anymore. And then Loki, which I didn't think was very good, but people enjoyed, and it set up the next villain, which led to the next villain sexually assaulting someone. So, allegedly, apparently he's being a real villain in real life. Took that shit too serious.
Method acting.
Method bitching is what you're all about. And then Moon Knight, one of the most badass characters in Marvel, made a shitty TV show about him. She-Hulk made a shitty TV show about her that everybody makes fun of. Miss Marvel, did anybody even watch that shit? What else do they got? Oh, What If, which was arguably the best, but that's a cartoon. It has nothing to do with anything. And that's it. And then you had in Phase 5, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. We've talked about that. When No Way Home, we've talked about that. Wakanda Forever, talked about that. Thor: Love and Thunder, which was a shit fest, and nobody thinks was a good way to cap off the Thor movies. Because again, this is like the same thing the Last Jedi did. You give everything in the hands of a hack. This is what happens. And that's kind of it. And, you're kind of in the shit. The next Captain America movie, you've changed the name of it midway through production. Now it was called Brave New World Order. Now it's called Brave New World. I mean, who gives a shit? But it's a sign that they're willing to change everything on a dime, which I don't think is a good business plan, because I think it shows a lack of solid, let's say a lack of a solid base to put your feet on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're willing to change everything on the drop of a dime, how solid are your ideas that you feel like you should change them. So passerbyly, and I mean, are people even excited about the MCU anymore? Because like the best fucking movie maybe of all time, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, just came out, and that's a fucking Sony movie. Nobody likes Sony. Everybody likes those Spider-Man movies. Those Spider-Man movies put the MCU to shame because they have like they're 10 times better. So it's hard for the MCU now because you're kind of it's kind of like if McDonald went against a little baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, when I was a kid, I liked McDonald's too, but I like feeling more like a real G more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I recognize McDonald's is bad for me, while listening to Lil Baby is good, because it makes me understand that I have to be strong for my family and follow my path and get my money right. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this making any sense to you? So, thanks for not answering. Oh my god, bro. Finally learning, bro.
I feel like I have something to say. I will say it.
Was that something?
That was one of the moments, yes.
Bro, I was just gonna say after 20 years you're finally learning, and then you went and took that conviction away from me. Anyway, it's kind of, again, it's a bad situation. That's why I wanted to talk to my homeboy Kevin, because I wanted to figure out what his whole deal is. Because I feel personally that he's kind of ready to step out, because he's like been the, like, Reed Richards of it all. He's been the, like, big dick of it all. Like, he's been putting his dick in all the right assholes, pause, and like all the customers have been satisfied, pause, and so now I feel like there's a certain point where like you get so much money it's hard to get up. You know what I'm saying? Like they always say, the man who sleeps in silk sheets will have a harder time getting up than the man who sleeps on the pavement or in shit-covered sheets. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there comes a point where you've done so much, you fucked so much, like, he's fucked all the baddies. At this point, like, what even is a baddie for him? What is there more to go beyond? What more records can he break? Kobe Bryant. You know, that Kanye West. But how many more records can I break? More records. But how do I do that?
I don't know.
No, you're supposed to say what Kobe Bryant says, which is, but are you the same animal, but a different beast? What the fuck does that mean, Kevin Feige? And so yeah, that's the thing. I feel like that's the biggest issue. Also, like, you know, Endgame, this is what happens when you have a super successful franchise that, like, everybody enjoys, and you manage to, like, really stick the landing with it throughout 3 phases of movies, and you manage to, like, do a satisfying ending that satisfies everybody with Endgame, and then you try and keep going. You know, it's kind of like if you're a priest and let's say you know, fuck a few boys. You have like, pause. You have like a good like 6 years of fucking young boys with impunity.
Okay.
You get fucking the like purest boy. Pause. This is very uncomfortable.
The cleanest asshole.
Exactly. Pause. After that, can you really start fucking boys all over again like nothing happened and expect the same results? Like expect to find the same clean assholes? Or what you'll find will be kind of like dirty. Maybe these assholes have been already violated by other priests. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like if you're this priest and you start getting accusations thrown towards you, rightfully so, because you're a horrible pedophile, and the Vatican ensures that you switch church, or you go to another state, but you go to a state and you switch with another rapist priest, so he's already taking care of the young population of the area, but you want to keep up with your kink, so you try and like, do what you're gonna do what makes you happy, and but you'll see all those assholes, they're not the same anymore. Like all those things it's like when you're a kid and everything is big and the world is great, and then you leave, like you go through new experiences, you grow up, and you realize when you come back everything wasn't that big, it was just your perception as a toddler, and you see like nothing is colorful anymore, and the rainbow was actually just a pride flag somebody strung up in front of two windows, and after a rainy day there's just mud in the streets. How can you go back to fucking boys after that shit? You know what I'm saying? Pause. How can you go back to watching the MCU like Endgame never happened? You know what I'm saying? When it did, when we had the I Am Iron Man moment, when we had the perfect ending for Captain America, when we had the feeling of everybody came together, a nation united, a world united to watch Avengers Endgame. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went for the head, and that head was the MCU franchise. In that movie, they go back to the past, and there's another Thanos. But he's not as cool as he was in Infinity War. Just like the MCU isn't as cool now as it was before. Yeah. Bro, that shit, bro, I went to like the fucking six senses, bro. I went to like, bro, fucking Galileo Galilei, Einstein can suck my dick, bro. I'm smarter than all of them. Bro, that's, bro.
Salute to you.
Say it louder, baby.
Salute. That was
I
like that. The asshole theory was fascinating.
Bro, if you think about it though, it makes perfect sense, and like it's crazy that like I stuck the landing, bro.
Pause.
Possibly.
Where are you sticking the landing in?
Pause. And what if the landing is already sticky? Pause. You don't want that, ladies and gentlemen. Pause.
It's the cutest boy I can.
Pause. Bro. See, when you do it, like, I can't tell if you're joking or not. Because when I do it, I'm clearly joking.
Right.
But when you do it, I'm concerned.
Maybe it's past experiences in my case.
Past dicks in your mouth, bro. Hey, yo. Pause. But anyway, I feel bad that you managed to not shut the fuck up. Because, like, I would have liked to actually see what an episode would be with you not talking at all. But it's crazy how, like, this is what I'm always telling my youngins, that people will disappoint you. Like, you can only trust a few select people, and usually those people are the ones you see in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Because people will let you down, not because they want to, just they're too stupid to have proper values. Like in our modern world, it's hard to have values, or rather it's easy, but because people are bitches, it's hard for them. See, for me, I live because of my shit. You know what I'm saying? The shit that like here, that's here, and here, bro. Someone like him, they live to what? Jerk off? I don't know. It's I don't know. But this is what I'm saying. You have to like have relationships with people is very important. However, you should place your trust in only specific kinds of people, and also trust is I think a sectorial thing. So like there's various, you can trust somebody completely in one aspect of your life and not trust them in another aspects of your life. Why? Because you know them. So this is all to say you should get to know your friends. And what better way to know your friends is to fuck them in the ass. Pause. Hey, brought it back. You think I was saying something serious? Nah, man. Fuck that, bro. Crazy with it, bro. I'm unstoppable, bro. I'm a machine.
A machine?
I'm a machine.
Like Bert Kreischer?
Nah, bro. Yeah.
Making a fucking movie, that's crazy.
Bro, I'm like Bert Kreischer, except I'm not a fucking stupid, fat bitch, alcoholic bitch. That's like, we're basically the same person, except I'm not a him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Bert Kreischer, fuck Bert Kreischer. We should call this episode Fuck Bert Kreischer. Because he really is a bitch. Listen, the only reason Bert Kreischer is famous is because Joe Rogan put him on. And the only reason Joe Rogan put him on is not because he's funny, but because they're friends. And the only reason they're friends is that Bert Kreischer, like all the other guys, sucks up to Joe Rogan because they know he could put them on, which then he did. And they continue to suck on his big old titties. Pause. Because they want to be relevant.
To be fair, I do think Bert Kreischer was famous before Joe Rogan.
Cap.
You like, what's it called? Takeoff? Did you see the Hot 97?
Cap.
Cap.
Yeah, that was how it was at first. Bro, I'm just saying, bro, it's crazy. Like, there's people out there, bro, and like this will sound like jealousy to like stupid people, but who gives a fuck? Like, there's people out there who literally do not deserve their success. And I'm not, like, preying on their downfall, whatever, because that's not the kind of man I am, or that I want to be, or that I need to be for my family, bro. You know what I'm saying? But there really are people who just, like, don't deserve the success, and they have success. And then there's other people, you know, people like us, maybe, that do deserve the success and don't get it. And, you know, I'm not saying shit is frustrating, but, you know, I'm just saying shit is frustrating enough that I have to take it out on my brother by abusing him. So, you know, you want me to stop abusing my brother? Put a like and subscribe and comment. Like, save a child. You can do it. With your contribution, we can make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Anyway, it's crazy how I'm like the greatest stand-up comedian ever, bro. I'm like the greatest improvisational comedian ever, bro. None are like me.
You're like fit Tim Dillon. Just monologuing.
See, I don't support unhealthiness.
I said you were the fit version.
Bro, you know, I heard Tim Dillon say once, we Americans forgot that we were the baddest motherfuckers ever. And I'm like, bro, you're not in the baddest anything conversation.
But he acknowledges the fact that he's a slob.
That doesn't make it good, bro. That's like I'm saying, that's like somebody who shoots up crack and says, no, I acknowledge it's crack. It's not good for you. But, you know, that's that don't mean shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. If you're a fat bitch and you admit you're a fat bitch, motherfucker, you don't have to admit it. I can see it for myself. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to tell me, yes, I'm fat. I know, motherfucker, I'm looking at you.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need to identify as fat for me to identify you as fat. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about people who are curvy, chunky, you know, big boned. Those people are whatever. I'm talking about people who are like unhealthy and relish in that lifestyle like Tim Dillon does. You can't say you're a slob as a fucking badge of honor. That just means you're a retard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, how can you take care of your family if you eat pizza 24/7, bro? Like, how can you take care of your family if you're more worried about picking up a double-decker cheeseburger than going to pick up your son from school? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. This shit is crazy. Like, there's really, again, bro, there's people out there, bro, who do everything wrong and get good things. And then there's people, kind of like us, who do everything right, you know. I mean, maybe like us. I don't know. Do you think so?
I absolutely agree with everything you said.
And,
Especially the Bert Kreischer part.
oh, yeah, he's, for him, it's on site for real. I think, like, genuinely, like, I'm the most peaceful person in the world, but I think if I legit saw Bert Kreischer on the street, I would be tempted to, like, throw a brick at him. Or, like, you know, I'm just like slightly trip him, cause you know if he fell down he couldn't get back up.
Bait him with a 6-pack of beer.
Bro, exactly, bro. Or say come get it and he'll like run like in a fugue state across the street and get fucking like run over, bro. No, but it's crazy if you think about it, bro. Or if you like drop him, like even just like he slips, he needs somebody to help pick him up. Not because he's fat. I'm not fat shaming because he's unhealthy and he can't breathe because of such an unhealthy lifestyle that he lives. You know?
You know who's a champ at taking falls? Or President Joe Biden. He tends to fall all the time.
Yeah.
He fell recently. Did you see that?
No.
He fell from a podium. And like it's funny how he falls, you know, they immediately come to pick him up. And he's like pointing at the podium like, it wasn't my fault. It was, look at that fucking podium. I mean, how fucking...
Well, maybe the podium had an issue. Maybe it was like, it wasn't up to podium standards. Like union podium standards.
Right. He recognized it was an inch off, and he's used as a seasoned politician to approach that inch, you know.
He knows the importance of an inch. Pause.
An inch more or less can break the situation, really.
Right.
If you think about it, pause.
Break many things. Pause.
Ooh.
But think about it, though. If you're getting fucked in the ass, in prison, which is a situation none of us want to be in, and let's say somebody has like a 20-inch dick, the guy who's gonna fuck you in the ass. So it's like, it's an issue. It's a problem. How much of a difference there is between 20 and 21 at that point?
I think you're thinking of 21 inches is like 50 centimeters.
Okay, that's too much. Right?
50 centimeters
that's
is
like
almost a meter.
It's like, a more realistic, I don't know, 15 inches.
Okay.
Between 15 and 16. What's the difference?
A lot.
I mean, no, but I'm saying
it's still
like
a lot,
at that point, like that dick is all up in you. Anyway, whether it be 15 or 16, like is it like it's already like you're already like will not walk the next day, and you'll be in the prison infirmary like Edward Norton in American
Are you saying
History
you might
X.
as well double up?
Pause. I'm not saying that, bro. Also, your breath smells. Don't get so close to me. I'm just saying, bro, if you think about it, like, at that point, it's like, you get shot 5 times. You're dead. It doesn't matter if you get shot 6 times. At that point, shoot me a 6th time. Pause. Shoot me? With what? Pause. Bro, I told you I'm a machine. I'm unstoppable.
You're a menace.
I'm the real machine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I think this has been the best episode yet, bro.
This is pretty fun, actually.
I mean, you didn't do shit like you... I mean, you never do shit, really. You only do the shit behind the scenes. You know why you do so much shit behind the scenes? Set up, you know, producer. It's on screen. It's me, baby. I'm carrying the shit, bro. Bro, who's gonna carry the boats, bro? Not you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Who carry the boats? That's David Goggins. You know what I'm saying? You know what, bro? I'm hard all the time, bro. Pause.
The hardest of the hard.
Bro, I'm with the hardest of the hard. Pause.
I want to be with these men.
And I want to be with this man. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know about that, bro. Pause. Thankfully. Pause. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bricked up when we do the PauseCast constantly, bro. Pause. I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yo. I mean, cowabunga in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? I think we should stop this shit, bro.
Before You've had enough?
Nah, bro. I think our viewers have had enough, bro. So this is fucking abuse, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this was therapy for me, baby. Thank all my loyal fans. So, nobody. The voices in my head. The ops. The intrusive thoughts. Letting them win every day. You know what I'm saying? Fresh fit. Fresh dick in your ass. Pause. I can't stop. Pause.
Maybe we should stop just so you don't say something too compromising.
Hey, bro, I mean,
at this point,
I've only been saying jokes. You know, we should put a disclaimer. Actually, these are all jokes. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I fear there are people who could take us seriously. It's just jokes, you know. We don't have the smarts to talk about serious things or talk seriously about. You think I knew what I was saying with the MCU talk, bro? I'm gonna go fucking watch the next movie, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the haters, bro. For me, it's enough that somebody says, like, not like this, like this. You know what that's from?
No.
So there's a comic book in which there's an alien invasion, a Marvel comic book, right? There's an alien invasion. And it's an Avengers comic book. And they're getting, like, rattled by these aliens. It's a, like, huge alien armada. You know the Kree?
Mm-hmm.
So they're attacking, and you know Hawkeye is busting up fools with arrows, and then he goes to get an arrow, and he doesn't have an arrow anymore, and like they hit him with like a blast, and his arrow case goes up in flames. It's starting like to burn. So he's like, no, not like this, not like this. And he runs to a Kree guy with a jetpack. He grabs him. He activates the jetpack, and they fly into one of the Kree like armada ships. And he goes like this, and they blow up the ship, and he dies. But like this. Bro, it's hilarious, bro. Cause he's super like, not like this, not like this, like this. Bro, that shit is great, bro. Anyway, closing statements. I don't think you should do any because you haven't done anything this whole episode. My closing statement is this, bro. Kevin Feige, please answer my DMs. Pause.
What you sending Kevin Feige?
Pause. Business proposals.
Oh, right, of course. In the form of dick pic?
Pause.
It's written on your dick.
Business dick. Bro, corporate dick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because corporate America fucks you in the ass every day. Hey, yo, bro. Bro, we're socially aware, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my closing statements is, Maya Hawk, answer my brother's DMs, please. I miss you. You were great, baby. Come back. And we too stupid with it. And as Joey Diaz said, big dicks in your ass are bad for your health. You know, don't go to church. Pray in your home. You know, pray for your family. You know, bro, not for fucking rapists. And
who's praying for rapists?
I mean, priests are. If you think about
I
it.
guess. That's a good point.
And don't be TVing or murdering or anything lest you end up in jail and the things we talked about happen to you. And stay black, because that's the most important thing, like Uncle Joey said. And good night and God bless, ladies and gentlemen.